everyone. Welcome back to twitch.tv/Axeltoss. It's time for the puppy break for the final. We're about to get to the final. Here are puppies. They're the puppies. All right.
I gotta bring my puppies one of these times.
You gotta bring your puppies.
One of these times.
These puppies are gonna help us with the commentary today. No, they're not. All right. Go away. Here you go. All right. Okay, cool. So there we go. Here we go. Finals time. Really quick before we get into the finals, I want to talk a little bit more about Ting. We're probably going to scroll into the game really quick here, but I want to get a few words in because I see a few people having questions in the chat. What is Ting? What's going on? What does it mean? I don't understand. Well, Ting is a mobile phone option, and they operate on the T-Mobile and Sprint networks. So the way Ting works is it's not a monthly thing that you always have to pay like most service providers do. Ting, you pay for what you actually use. So I am personally switching to Ting from AT&T, and I'm going to be saving about $70, $80 a month. Not even kidding. It's crazy. I want to switch right away to be able to do this. So I would urge you, if you don't do anything else, just go to the website, taketheshot.ting.com, go to ting.com, check out what they have to offer. Without them, this tournament would not be possible, and they operate on the T-Mobile and Sprint networks. And they have a calculator where you can calculate. You can see, like we calculated Rocket League, like Chicago's calculating in the finals. Oh my God, he gets a goal to start things off after 10 seconds. But on the Ting website, they have a calculator where you can actually figure out how much your bill will be. And again, the coverage is on the Sprint and T-Mobile networks, which you might already have. So it could be worth it for you to switch anyway. But here we are, the grand finals, the best of 5. Flyquest going up against Yikes. Few people thought G2 would be here, but what a series.
Can he do it back to back?
Oh my God. I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm done.
The back-to-back double tap plays, incredible from him. And this is why I was saying he's one of the best players in the world. And I would say the best player on his team, but he got bumped on his first double tap and still made it happen. And now this one, no bumps needed, just does it himself. And 18 seconds in, and he scored 2 goals better than I've ever scored in my life.
Hey, you had some pretty good. You had some pretty fancy ones when we played after the first qualifier there.
Yeah, not
give yourself a few.
Not Chicago fans.
Oh man, Chicago. He has such control of his car. It is absolutely a spectacle to watch. And he's a young player too. That's a name you're going to be hearing deep into the future, I would predict. But wow, Chicago. He's like, you know what? That was fun watching that match, but I'll show you guys how to get some goals. Opening off with 2 double touches. So, ladies and gents, whoever's making the Chicago highlight montage, there's some good material for you. Maybe we'll see some of that on Rocket Dailies. But right now, we see Yikes up 2-0. What a save from Turtle. Just a blazing shot there from Flyquest. But the save was true. The momentum is still there, though. The aggression a little bit too much in Prime Thunder. Able to bring it back a little bit. And now we have a 2-1 advantage for Yikes.
So great passing there from Flyquest, back and forth, back and forth. First, Turtle has to make an incredible save after a pass, and they just keep that play alive by keep passing it back and forth to each other. Wonder, he actually tried for the shot, but the 50-50 lands back to Prime Thunder, and he gets the open net. Beautiful placement, too, because like Chicago was kind of lurking there for a save, and so Prime's, he's still a little bit of work to do, and he makes it happen.
And again, well, look at this. More aggression here from Yikes, and I want to remind everyone what's at stake here in this final. This is a best of 5, and this is important because there's seeding involved for the grand finals. Both these teams are involved in the grand final. Whoever wins this match will play against Equinox. It's set in stone. It's done. Whoever wins this match will play Equinox in the grand finals in the first round. Whoever loses this match will play against Cloud9 in the grand finals. So that's what's at stake here for the grand finals. And as far as prizing is concerned, first place gets $300. Second place gets $100. And again, I'm rounding up for the 100. Spoiler alert, I'm doing that. Giving 34 to each
34.
one. So,
yeah, that's $2 extra.
I've been really generous.
You're breaking the bank.
And again, I'm sure these big YouTubers are thrilled to get $17 for third, fourth. But anyway, so here we are in the finals. Thank you all for joining us here on twitch.tv/Rocket League. Huge thanks to Ting Mobile for sponsoring this event, making it possible.
That could go in. Oh, man.
But halfway through this game number 1, it's all Chicago. Oh my God, so many opportunities here for Flyquest. Just barely not making it in the back of the net. But Chicago, with the 2 goals to start things off, putting Yikes up 2-1. But we're seeing so many opportunities from Flyquest. So keeping themselves in it in a big way. Looks like Zol trying to go for an opportunity. Wonder getting demoed. That's a good idea because Wonder went absolutely off in the last series. But for now, still relatively back and forth with lots of opportunities here to score from Flyquest, just not able to finish it off.
Yeah, Prime Thunder there. He tried to cancel his flip so he could reorient himself for another touch. Problem was he had no boost left, so he couldn't carry that ball out. And Flyquest, they've had some really good chances in the past minute, but some incredible defense coming out from Yikes. And now they have the pressure. The pass from Zol out to Turtle, off the crossbar. I think I heard a ting off that crossbar. But Chicago, another one, ting off that post as well. They cannot find the back of the net. Can't expand that lead to 2 goals.
Clip it. Well, we have 76 clips so far from this broadcast, so people clipping everywhere. I love it. Just lots of awesome plays all around and so many chances for Flyquest here. They're trying to convert one of these, or else it's the all Chicago show as both goals belong to him, and they were pretty much as supersonic, acrobatic as you can get. But can we see Flyquest convert some of these opportunities? For now, Chicago in the middle, trying to advance towards that orange side. Prime Thunder is there in the middle. No one there to follow it up. Chicago with time. He's going to pass it over to Turtle. He's going to float it over to the middle. Wonder is there. Oh, Chicago had the angle, but I think he was almost expecting Wonder to hit it, so he kind of drew off of it a little bit. But I guess you got to go for it no matter what. Chicago back over to Zol, back to Chicago. Flyquest on defense. They're not letting that go in. Such a close game. So many opportunities. But still, the scoreline belongs to Yikes right now with that 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, but Chicago, he wants that one back. And then the pass to Zol. And Zol, he had a chance, too, for a scoring opportunity. And they want to expand this league. Because, again, they just watched Flyquest take down G2. They can definitely score a goal here to tie it in the last 15 seconds of play. Again, Zol has a chance, but just can't make a good connection on the ball. And Flyquest is surviving, but there's only 10 seconds left. Here's their last scoring opportunity coming up.
Zol on defense. Wonder trying to keep that on the blue side, but I don't know if there's time. The ball is all the way over on the Flyquest half, and that's not what Flyquest wants if they want to bring this back. 0 seconds. It's happened before. AJ and Wonder out of position. It's up to Prime Thunder, but Zol going to knock it down to the ground. And we have a 1-0 advantage in this best of 5. Yikes, taking game number 1.
And it all started in the first 18 seconds with Chicago. 2 incredible double tap goals to start this off. Flyquest, they did battle back by the end of that game, but it was just too much. Those 2 goals were just too much for them. And Chicago, he might have had one poor defensive play as well, but those 2 goals, incredible plays, and that's what you expect from Chicago. We expect to see more and more of those plays come out. And last series that we saw Yikes, we saw Turtle come up with a lot of big plays too, so he still hasn't gotten involved yet. But Flyquest, they did just take down G2. They are warmed up. They should be able to battle back once again.
Oh, yeah.
We saw, like in the last series, we thought it was all over by going into game 4. G2 was looking great. Flyquest, they found a way, and they're going to have to do it again here, down 1-0 in a best of 5 for that $200 extra and to avoid Cloud9 in the grand final.
Yeah, I think that's the big one. I mean, Equinox is an amazing team by their own right, but Cloud9 certainly avoiding them in the first round of that grand finals. Both these teams with that on their mind. But what a close game! Like, honestly, a super close game there, and that's making me super excited for this series. It could truly go either way. I feel like Chicago was like watching that match that happened before, and he's like, "Oh my God, all these chances, guys! Don't you know how to score? I'll show you how it's done." Solo plays, double touches. Chicago all over that game 1. And again, a very young player, so that's a name you're going to be hearing probably quite a lot in the future. But here we go into game number 2 of this best of 5. Yikes versus Flyquest. The finals of the Ting Open Qualifier number 2. By the way, registration is open for the Ting Open Qualifier number 3. It's going to be based on the European server, and it's going to start at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. So I'll leave it up to you whether you decide to play hooky from work or from school or whatever you do during the day. I'm going to play hooky because I'm going to commentate it. Or, no, I'm not.
Yeah, you're actually not going to be there, but I'll play there.
Get spoilers.
There.
Spoilers.
Me and Shogun will be there to cast.
I guess it's out. I'm actually traveling, unfortunately, during the next qualifier. So Gibbs and Shogun are going to hold down the fort, but that should be amazingly awesome. That's next Tuesday. And if you want to stay in tune with stuff happening, just hit the follow button, twitch.tv/Axeltoss. You'll be notified when we go live. But here we go, game 2, 0-0, 50 seconds in. And right now it's on to Flyquest to try to make something happen, to try to bring it back a little bit. And I gotta say, so impressed by Wonder in particular, based on how he was playing in that last series. I might look out for him to really break out and make some moves in this game as well. But on this side, we always gotta watch Chicago, as I say it.
There it is.
Right to the back of the net. And that was because of a pass from Zol, very nicely timed. And I really want to emphasize those plays in particular in Rocket League, especially you folks playing on the ladder. The decision to rotate back versus the decision to hang out and extend the play. And that's kind of what happened with Zol there, where he could have rotated back, but he noticed that the ball was, still in play on the half. So he might not have had a lot of boost, but he didn't need a lot to be able to pass it over to Chicago. So really heads up play there by Zol. Really good awareness to see that he could still extend the play and pass it over to Chicago.
But to be fair,
go ahead. Yeah.
Like if you're a silver player or gold player, you probably can't trust your teammmates like that.
True.
Zol can trust his teammates, so he can hang out for a little bit longer. Just saying, don't always.
Then you're left there and you're like, "Come on, dude, I'm ready to pass." And then the other guy's like, "Dude, why aren't you rotating back?" And then you're like, "I thought you were gonna pass it to me, man. What's going on?"
And then you have to report a player because that's working out on that, and it's no good. No good.
Oh man. All right. Whoa. Prime Thunder.
There it is. Prime Thunder coming up big. Look, we haven't heard his name a lot so far today, but he makes a really good play here, going off the ceiling, using that flip. He even cancels it as well to make sure he gets the nose on the car. Beautiful pass out to Wonder. And those ceiling plays, it's so hard to read when they're going to go for a flip. He did jump, though, so he had to do the flip within 1.5 seconds. He does it, and Wonder, just a nice, easy goal for him there.
Yeah, and that was almost one of those plays that looked like it could have been a goal from Prime Thunder, so the defense is kind of worried about that, but he ended up making the passing play work back to the middle, which was not expected, and that was able to convert to a goal for Flyquest. So we have a tie game, 1-1, about halfway through regulation here in this game number 2. Once again, Yikes hold the series advantage, 1-0 in this best of 5. As we get a little bit later into the night. If you're on the East Coast, give me a shout out in the chat. I see you guys in the chat. If you're on the East Coast staying up late, say something. You guys are awesome. Otherwise, I guess if you're in Europe and you're waking up early or staying up late, extra kudos to you guys. But having a ton of fun here in the Ting Qualifier. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking us out. 1-1. Here we go. Yikes going back the other way. Turtle setting it up for himself, trying to sneak it in. I think he could have done a little bit better with that. He wants that one back, but Wonder able to sneak into the defense and prevent that from being a scoring opportunity. And Flyquest going to try to send it the other way.
Seems like deja vu for Flyquest, where they're barely surviving on some of these plays. Sometimes it's great defense. Sometimes it's just the other team just barely missing out on a shot. But they're alive here again. It's 1-1. Prime Thunder trying for another pass to Wonder. It doesn't work, but AJ, he's there on the third rotation to keep this ball in. Prime Thunder, another deflection. But Yikes. They get the ball out. Oh, not yet. Wonder, another challenge. This ball just keeps flirting in front of the net. Finally, Yikes, get a halfway clear to grab some boost.
Okay. Flyquest really pressing the issue. Oh my God, almost a brilliant play. Wonder passing up to Prime Thunder, who tried to pass it back, but not able to find the connection he was looking for. Almost a brilliant opportunity there for Flyquest to score a goal. They're certainly applying a lot of pressure in this game, but the defense from Yikes has been super solid, and now they're pushing it back the other way. Chicago in control. Are we going to see another double touch? Hopefully not. I can't handle much more of that. But no, Wonder's going to get control of it, going back the other way. Over to the middle. Turtle able to disrupt. Not too much on defense here for Flyquest. Prime Thunder trying to push it away. Chicago extending it. Almost had that double touch to try to pass it back to the middle while Turtle was waiting, but Flyquest going to get their hands on that, send it back to the blue side. AJ off the backboard. There's a bump from Wonder, and Prime Thunder, nothing left to do there, but put that in the back of the net, and Flyquest, 2-1 advantage.
In Chicago, you can't make a miracle save if Wonder just destroys you, throws you out of the net on that bump. He landed basically right in front of Chicago. No saves for you, Chicago. Prime Thunder easily puts that in after a double commit as well from Turtle and Zol. And there we go, Flyquest taking the lead, trying to tie this series up.
All right, Turtle over to Zol. Wonder trying to make the defensive play. Chicago, of course, there ready and waiting, extending the play, actually disrupting the attempted clear there from AJ. Prime Thunder trying to get another touch on it, but Turtle keeping on that orange side. Zol is gonna try to hit it towards the goal, but deflection, gonna pull it back to Chicago. There's a demo. Prime Thunder onto Turtle, the ball right in front of the goal there, but no one there to finish it off. Prime Thunder trying to bring it back the other way. Not a lot of time to work with. 8 seconds. There must be a goal here from Yikes, but Flyquest trying to get one more in there. Chicago with a ridiculous flip. No way. Oh my God. Okay, I was about to just leave.
That was almost
about to be
the
done.
worst goal we could have seen. Prime Thunder get a little too antsy. It couldn't tell like if it was going to go in before it bounced. So he might have had to make that save, but that was a close call. I thought AJ, he started creeping up when Wonder was going for that double tap. I'm like, it's 5 seconds left. It doesn't matter if Wonder scores. Just stay back. Don't let that happen. And that almost happened there. But Flyquest, they come away with the win. Again, it seems like we're saying this every single series, even on Thursday. Most of these series are tied up 1-1, and we're coming down to a best of 3 anyway. It happens here again. Anyone's ball game here.
Yeah, I love it. And, tie series 1-1. Chicago, a big part of that first game, and this time Wonder coming through in a big way. Not crazy statistics across the board, but Flyquest doing just enough to secure that victory there. And again, guys, this is a best of 5. So now we're effectively boiled down to a best of 3 as we're going to continue with this series. But, I feel like maybe the 2 players really to look out for here, based on what we've seen today, is going to be Wonder from Flyquest and Chicago from Yikes. I think we're seeing them both kind of break out in their own way. Again, Chicago in game 1, Wonder in game 2. And I'm really interested to see how they both do as we continue forward in this series. Who's it going to come down to? Sometimes it's just one player, one play. And as close as this series looks so far, that might be it. So I'm personally looking out for Wonder in Chicago in particular.
But don't count out the rest of the guys. We saw like AJ come up with a great game 5 goal with 5 minutes in. So anyone can do it. And that's why these teams are here. It really is a team effort. But there usually is one of those superstars on each of these teams. And right now it is Wonder in Chicago.
And I got to say, Flyquest has a knack for just making everyone terrified in the first 15 seconds. Because they have so many times had some amazing scoring opportunities and honestly converted a lot of goals in the first 10-15 seconds of the game. Kudos to them figuring out those early kickoffs. So almost an opportunity there for Flyquest, but Yikes able to keep it out of there. Now Chicago with control, going to flick it up over to the right. Wonder trying to deflect that. Zol with potentially scoring opportunity, hitting a little bit wide. Turtle trying to follow it up, but Prime Thunder there first. Zol able to steal that from Prime Thunder over to Turtle. Right place, right time for him. He's able to chip it forward, extend the play a little bit more. Soul trying to center it. Is Chicago there? Almost, but Wonder able to get there a little bit quicker. Turtle back on defense. He's going to let Zol have it. AJ is there to deflect that away. Soul passing it over to the middle. Chicago with the angle, and he's able to get it right over Wonder. Chicago, great awareness, able to read that pass to the middle from Zol. And Chicago first on the board for Yikes.
And Wonder, he was in net. He just turned around in time, but he didn't expect the power on that shot, so he couldn't get out to make the save. But maybe you should be expecting it, like if it's Chicago coming up in net or about to shoot on net. So great shot from Chicago. So far I've seen those Zol. He's had 4 or 5 scoring chances where I thought he had a very good chance to score goals today, and he's been missing most of these shots. So watch out for that. That could cost them in the long run here for Yikes.
Flyquest, just like that, turning it around. It's AJ. That's the best thing you can do when you're scored on, is just answer as fast as humanly possible. It's exactly what Flyquest did. Prime Thunder lofting it up there to AJ, and he's able to outmaneuver Turtle there to sneak that just by him. And now we have a tie game, 1-1. Minute and a half down in this game. Again, tie series 1-1. A lot of ties, a lot of close games all across the board here in the Ting Open. Wouldn't have it any other way. All these teams showing up to play. And we'll see who's going to be the next to make a difference. AJ in the corner, going to try to float it up to the middle. Wonder is there.
Prime staying up. Oh,
almost got the angle, trying to tilt his car backwards. That would have been a fancy shot, but Chicago back in control. Wonder is there to keep that from going too far. AJ leaping up to the sky to keep it on that blue end, and Prime Thunder with a shot on target. Chicago deflecting that over to Zol. Back to Chicago, passing it to himself, going straight for the corner, but AJ is there to pass it back the other way. Wonder trying to get a deflect over to AJ, but Zol in a perfect spot there to send that back the other way.
Very similar situation when Chicago's in there. Zol with a great pass to Turtle on the counterattack.
Wow.
But when you see a player like Wonder or Chicago up in there, you have to be careful. Zol, great job here. After Flyquest just sends a little bit too much out. And Turtle, great job to just move up the field with Zol, trusting in that pass. So Zol, he might not be shooting that well, but he is getting those passes off to his teammates to allow them to get the goals. And now, Yikes, 1-goal lead, but we still have tons to play in game number 3 here.
Yeah, still a lot of time to work with for both these two teams. Zol almost able to sneak it in the side there, and Prime Thunder completely, actually I think he purposely missed that, was trying to fake Chicago out. to try to keep it on that blue side, and that's where it's going to stay for now. Zol, not the best angle. Prime Thunder over to Wonder. That's going to... Oh, my God. Okay.
Wow.
That
it looked
was
like
almost
Prime
not a goal.
Thunder,
Yeah.
It looked like Prime Thunder saved it from Wonder. Like, Wonder had an awkward angle because he moved up a little bit too far. Yeah, Prime Thunder actually saved it. Bounces off Turtle, and AJ closing it out. But that was a very dangerous play for AJ. Hats off to him because both Prime and Wonder were basically in the blue net. So if AJ misses that, it's all over for them. So a very risky play, but Flyquest going for those risky plays. We got the flip reset from AJ.
Okay.
Almost a dunk over Zol. That's what we want to see.
Okay, AJ, I'm watching you now. I'm watching you very closely. You almost pulled off something just stupidly ridiculous. AJ with the defense on the other side. So many close chances for both these two teams, but the defense just barely there in every case. Wonder, though, on the other side, very nice, controlled, patient play from Prime Thunder and Wonder there. You see them right next to each other. I'm sure they were communicating a little bit. Hey, get over there. All right, I got it. Pass to me. And they're going to get it. So that's a 3-2 advantage. 2 minutes left. Honestly, 5 goals in 3 minutes. It's quite a bit.
The plays back to back to back from both of these squads. Everyone's coming out to play now. And it's anyone's game. Like, when these guys are playing this good, Prime Thunder with the double tap, he ran out of boost, could not finish that one off.
And honestly, just to kind of dial back a little bit too, the fact that these two teams are playing in the finals, especially Yikes, the team coming in, not a lot of people knowing what to expect from them. And boom, here they are in the finals, playing some awesome Rocket League. But don't tell that to Flyquest because they just secured another goal. AJ is going in right now. That's another goal from him. His stats must be off the charts right now. 6 shots from AJ. Actually, 14 shots to 4 in favor of Flyquest right now.
It's very similar to that, I think it was game 4 with G2 where they had 10 shots, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. They're doing it again here. They're just putting on an offensive showcase. And all 3 of them getting involved. Prime Thunder doing some great challenges to passes, some great 50-50s, and Chicago had a poor defensive play. He's going to want to bounce back, and knowing him, he'll probably pull something crazy off to get this within 1 goal.
It's just, as someone is waiting, some Chicago fan out there. Oh, what?
Chicago completely misses. He tries to trap this ball like right on the bounce, and just completely misses this ball right here. He had the boost.
That's happened to the best of us.
It has, but when you're Chicago, you don't want it happening here in the finals, but that's a tough one there because he had boost too. You can't even blame, I had 0 boost, so I missed it. But we saw he had boost as well, and that's going to hurt. Now a 3-goal lead with just over a minute left. Looks like Flyquest is about
he's bringing it back. He can't let that happen.
You know what? Chicago, just do your thing, man. Just do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Look at that. What was that? He like flipped off the ceiling and then flipped, like he dropped off the ceiling, flipped again, and then regained control of the ball all in the span of 3 seconds to score. Just absolutely incredible play from Chicago. And before that last game again, that last goal from Flyquest, I was about to be like, you know what? There's some Chicago fans out there just waiting to hit that clip button because they know something is coming from this guy. And that's pretty much what we saw there. So Chicago, he thinks there's time left, and I think there is too. Minute left is plenty of time. Chicago over to Zol, trying to bring back this 2-goal deficit. But AJ has been having just such an incredible game this game. I think he's up to up to 8 shots. It's just
8 shots, 4
AJ,
goals.
what are you doing? What are you doing, AJ? It's too much. Chicago with a shot on target. Prime Thunder with some solid defense. Turtle in control. It's going to bounce back to Turtle, actually. He's going to get control of it. Trying to bring it up the left-hand side. Wonder is there. Zol going to get a piece of it. Trying to send it back to that orange half, but looks like the clear is able to happen for Flyquest. Prime Thunder trying to do some sneaky play to AJ, but unable to make much happen. So, Yikes coming back the other way. Chicago over to Zol. Oh, and what a save from AJ, but Turtle is there. No. Wonder able to sneak it out just before getting demoed. But Chicago in a good position on the ball. Over to Turtle, back to Chicago, over to Zol. This could be a great passing play. Back to Chicago. Yes, a goal from Yikes. 6 seconds is plenty to work with. Yikes is determined to bring this one back. Passing plays like that make it possible.
Yeah, all 3 getting involved. Chicago, the great back pass to Zol. Back to Chicago. 6 seconds left, but it can last an eternity. Just keep that ball in the air at 0 seconds. We've seen it done before. We'll see it again. We'll see if it happens here, though. Flyquest just got to waste this time. AJ, the great challenge. And there it is. It happens.
Chicago stopped. You had it, man. No.
Yeah, it was tough. Tough read off the air. But Flyquest, AJ, 4 goals on 8 shots. But
crazy.
Chicago on the other side, 3 goals on 5 shots. Players are going off everywhere right now in this finals. And honestly, like if I'm Cloud9 and Equinox, I'd be watching this, be like, hey,
Yeah.
like
I saw
like on
Squishy. I
paper-
think Squishy was in the chat. I don't know if he's still there, but
yeah, but on
they might
paper,
be doing some
Cloud9
scouting.
and Equinox are probably like, hey, we can beat these guys, but watch out because these guys are both playing extremely well. Right there, Flyquest takes the 2-1 advantage now. They're on match point. They want that $300. Let's see if they can get it.
Yeah, and what another amazing series. I feel like that was certainly a roller coaster of a game there where we saw Flyquest. Well, first of all, it was back and forth, and it seemed like AJ just was like, all right, it's our game. They go up 4-2, and they go up 5-2, but then Chicago just starts to just go off and brings it back to 5-4, and to a point where we're like, wait a second, can they make up this 3-goal deficit in a minute? They almost did. They were very close to doing it, but ultimately Flyquest taking that game 3 victory, which means Flyquest is 1 win away from being the champion of Ting Qualifier number 2.
And if they can have a repeat performance here, they had 18 shots in this game. You're not going to lose a lot of games if you have 18 shots. So Flyquest is going to be doing that once again. They'll probably walk away the winners, but we have seen this Yikes roster play extremely well before. We've seen them be inconsistent today, but they keep coming out with the big wins when it matters most. And right here we see Zol with the shot. Okay, Chicago comes in and cleans it up. Zol tried to get off the back wall to get it back into the net, but Chicago, luckily for him, shows up prime, tried his best on that save, just couldn't get it away from the front of the box. And Chicago, he's starting right where he left off, and now Yikes gets that 1-goal advantage only 10 seconds in.
And I feel like just today we've seen so many close opportunities like that just not go in, particularly from that G2 Flyquest matchup. So not necessarily guaranteed, but nice job from Chicago staying aware and staying on top of that ball. Getting the early advantage here for Yikes, an advantage that they need. Yikes is currently down 2-1 in the series. They got some work to do here against an incredibly strong Flyquest team that might be taking a few people off guard with just how well they played against G2 and how well they're playing in this tournament. So we'll see if Flyquest can close it out here, but not before Yikes has something to say. They got the 1-0 advantage, a minute down. Decent opportunity there for Turtle, going for a pass to Chicago, over to Zol, back to the middle. It's a little weird. I feel like a couple players there were in between shooting and passing, and nothing kind of worked. But the fact of the matter is the pressure is on. Yikes with a lot of awesome opportunities here on this orange side. Another one right above the goals. Anyone there? No wonder. Able to sneak in there and get the ball out, but still the ball on that orange side. Turtle trying to pass it over to Zol. Chicago there. No, he went back to get boost, but able to get a solid connection. Prime Thunder trying to clear it over to Wonder. That's pretty good. AJ might pick this up. Yes, he will. Off the backboard, down towards the goal. AJ, what the heck are you doing? Stop it. Just stop. He almost made that in. I don't know how. Defying physics and everything we know about nature and the universe right there. Oh my God, that was amazing.
That would have been incredible. And again, both these teams going back and forth with incredible plays. First, it was Yikes having all the pressure. Now, all of a sudden, Flyquest is bouncing back, having a chance here. Prime Thunder cannot beat Turtle here, and Turtle gets the clear, and Yikes can grab some boost now. Turtle boostless, grabs some there. No one there for the pass. And here we go. Flyquest back on the offensive.
All right. Flyquest trying to bring this back a little bit. Again, it's game, set, match point for them. They would love to add on a few goals here. Chicago being so threatening there on the orange side, almost able to sneak that in. And a little bit of rover extension, absolutely there. Turtle and Zol both going for a shot. I think that was Prime Thunder flicked it. Yep, Prime Thunder flicked it right over both Turtle and Zol. And that's going to be as easy a goal as you'll ever see. That's where you got to make sure you have that communication up, keep one guy back. But
yeah, it seemed like Turtle tried to over-rotate Zol a bit there. Like, Zol was flat-footed. Like, he wasn't going to be able to make a play. But Turtle has to know that Zol's not really part of this play anymore and has to be a little bit more careful. Prime Thunder, he can dribble. He can do the flicks. Yep. And he does it there.
Look out for that. I'm always the guy flailing around for the flick and just missing. If anyone's wondering, that's me.
Don't worry, I'm
on the competitive ladder. But yes, we're tied 1-1 halfway through regulation in this game number 4 of this best of 5. A must-win situation here for Yikes, a team that we've not seen much of, but certainly coming into their own here in the Ting Open Qualifier number 2, taking out the dudes to get to this point. An incredibly close series, by the way. And now trying to keep themselves alive here in this final Team Qualifier Open number 2. Zol getting solid connection, trying to pass it over to Turtle, floating it over to Chicago. What a play! Just barely off center. Looks like Prime Thunder got a piece of it. Turtle going to try to send it back to someone, but Wonder's going to be there, flicking it over. I think that was Zol, but Chicago able to get the better of that. Zol still there on the orange side, trying to pass it back to Chicago, but it goes to Wonder. Wonder towards the goal. Turtle going to deflect that away. Zol in control, actually hitting it back towards his own goal, but Chicago able to handle that. Over to Turtle. Wonder's there, not able to make connection, but Prime Thunder trying to hit it towards that blue side. Zol able to get control over to Chicago. Can he flick it over to Turtle? He's trying to. Wonder going to flip it up over his own goal. AJ trying to salvage whatever happened there. And now the pressure belongs to Yikes as a couple scoring opportunities. Let's see if they can finish it off here.
Yeah, some awkward back passes on both sides of the field where both teams had to make some incredible defensive plays to get it back out. Gonna be a little bit careful on these plays, but so far they're working out. 1-1 with a minute left, and right here, Flyquest, if they can win this game, they have won the finals, and Yikes is trying to bring it to a game number 5.
Can they make it happen? They've had some great opportunities. Both these teams are. They're playing some incredible Rocket League, and again, very low scoring game compared to last game. Much different. Chicago with an opportunity, and that's just patience at its best. Yikes keeping up the pressure has started with Zol over to the corner. A great shot towards the goal, and Prime Thunder doing everything he can to save that. A good save, but unfortunately went right to Chicago, ready and waiting to put that one in. Yikes going up 2-1 with 39 seconds left. Prime position to push this to a game 5, but can they hold on to this advantage? More importantly, can they add to this advantage, which I'm sure they want to do.
20 seconds left here, and Wonder trying to make something happen with AJ. It doesn't work out for them here, but they're going to have to keep trying to reach her. Now, ball's all the way in their half. 10 seconds to go. Prime Thunder, not a lot of boost left, has to go grab some boost, and here we go. 5 seconds. Can Flyquest get this ball out? It looks like they can, but just over Wonder's head. Nothing can happen here, and we're on 0-second time. Prime keeps it alive, tries to get it to Wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder cannot hit it off the curve, and that'll do it. We're going to game 5. That's what we wanted.
Game 5. Game 5. Are you guys hyped about game 5 in the chat? It looks like it, because what a close game. And I really love how Yikes played kind of the last 15, 20 seconds. They were really aware of that time and doing everything they can to really slow it down, play very patiently, and let that clock wind on down. That's what happens in tournament play. Single elimination, everything on the line. You got to play smart Rocket League. Just like in... what's the best example I can think of right now at this moment is Madden. I don't know if you play any Madden NFL, that video game, the football video game.
The only thing I can do is hand off.
Football in general, just time management at the end, right? It can be easy to just keep doing passing and running plays, but sometimes it's best just to do the short, just do a nice little kneel at the end, do a nice little running play. You don't got to go crazy. That's exactly what we saw there from Yikes. Playing it nice and simple, letting that time go down to push it to a game 5. So here we go. Game 5 situation.
Who's taking it, Axel? Who's taking it? Who do you got?
This is so tough, man. I feel like, honestly, I really feel like both these teams are very evenly matched. They're very evenly matched teams. I don't know if I can pick Gibbs. I don't know if I can. That's
not an answer, Axel. I want an answer.
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can pick one.
I'm going Flyquest just because Yikes.
I'm going Yikes. I'm going Yikes.
Okay, just for the hell of it.
With the game winner. With the double threat game winner.
I have Prime Thunder.
In overtime.
Yeah, of course. Both of us are predicting overtime, obviously. But I got Prime with the winner here. But I just think the Yikes, the inconsistencies could bite them here, and we'll see if they can have 2 great games back-to-back, but we haven't seen it much today yet.
I'm seeing a lot of hype in the chat for this game number 5. This is the decider. This is the last game you're going to see on stream. I might hang out to do a little personal stream stuff, play some games. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But all that matters right now is this game 5. This is it. You win. You are number 1 seed going into the grand finals. If you lose, you're out of the tournament. Second place is good. You're still going to the grand finals, but everyone wants victory here in Chicago, starting things off with a nice goal there after about 40 seconds.
So AJ there, he tried to hustle back. He thought that Chicago might shoot it on net right away. He didn't, so then he had an awkward angle to try and defend that back wall. So Chicago got a very easy goal, but that's just a counterattack play. And Chicago is not going to miss many of those. He missed one earlier, wide open net, but not that time. So he's been playing extremely well throughout this, and Yikes takes the early lead, but as we've seen throughout the series, 1-goal leads are never safe.
Oh, trying to get that 2-goal lead, and actually a pretty fancy play there. Chicago and Turtle keeping Flyquest guessing, but they guessed correctly. And now there's some pressure here from Flyquest. Whoa, Chicago and Zol teaming up for that save. Turtle, I don't know what he's doing over there, but for some reason he's in the goal of Flyquest. And he's trying to extend the play even further. Zol trying to hit it to the middle. That's a great play, but Wonder was there to pitch it out. He's going to follow that up. 50-50 there between Wonder and Turtle. Going to leave it dead. AJ with the follow-up. Wonder with a nice hit back to AJ, but Zol is there. Nice defensive play to bring it back the other way. And Yikes hold on to the lead 1-0, but the pressure is on for Flyquest. They're keeping it on that blue side. Chicago, a decent hit there on defense, but Wonder able to get a piece of it. Almost able to put that on target. But just going wide, and Turtle going to try to float it off the other way. Chicago with a whiff. He actually missed it there, but Zol is there on defense. Wonder going to try to hit it to AJ. Turtle disrupts, intercepting and going the other direction. He's got time. Over to Chicago. What a play. Turtle slowing it down, realizing it is time, and the next step is identifying where your teammate is. Saw Chicago coming across the middle of the map. Slowed it down, passed it on over, and Chicago's going to make that every single day of the week.
So once again, the threat was there for Turtle to shoot. The entire team had to go back after that pass from Wonder. Didn't work out with AJ, so they all rotate back. They have to respect the shot from Turtle. So Turtle instead goes for the pass. So so it's an easier play for Chicago to score. And there you have it, a 2-goal lead for Yikes. Can they hold on? Axeltoss thinks so, and Flyquest is going to come back in my mind.
We are unbiased commentators. It can go either way. But yeah, I've been loving the way Chicago's been playing today, and look at that.
There
What a
it
beautiful
is.
pass.
Woo.
Oh my goodness. Just the awareness and recognition of where your teammates are on the field. What is this Yikes team right now? They don't have a do they have a guaranteed spot anywhere right now, Gibbs, in RL anything? RL's RS?
Yes, they are in the Rivals series.
So they have a spot in Rivals series. They kept two-thirds of their roster.
Same with Flyquest as well, so we'll be seeing a lot of rematches through that.
So these are 2 of our top 4 that are already in RLRS.
Yep.
So this story is certainly going to continue here between these two teams, as the lead belongs to Yikes. A 3-0 advantage halfway through regulation, but still plenty of time to work with here for Flyquest to bring this back. But it's a tall order. It's going to be tough, but they have what it takes.
We've seen some great plays from everyone on the field, but right now Yikes is coming up with 3 better plays so far than Flyquest. Get that 3-goal lead. Really does seem like everything's starting to click for Yikes here with the passing plays. And Flyquest at times just can't get out of their own half. We see it time and time again here where they're trying, but then just one challenge will happen, like right here with Chicago. Nice, easy clear, but not to Turtle, though. Prime Thunder does get the surprise shot. Turtle with the save, though. Chicago and Zol both go for the play, trying to clear it out. Wonder tries to feed it back, but Turtle does get the contest, and right now Yikes is holding on. 3-goal lead, 1:25 left.
What a turnaround here, and what just confidence, I want to say, from Yikes. Coming into this last game, it can be easy to be nervous or a little worried or like a little bit off your game, but from the start of this game, a lot of it having to do with Chicago and this Yikes team just taking it to Flyquest every single second, giving themselves a 3-0 advantage with a minute left. And oh my God.
Oh man, Chicago comes up with another play. Goes to the aerial dribble, but then just hides behind the ball. So Prime Thunder has to hope he hits it into him and hopes that his car will stay between him and the ball. It doesn't, and the ball squeaks by, and that's a 4-0 lead. That's probably the nail in the coffin for Flyquest. And Yikes, looking to take the win. We saw this in the very first match that we had on the Team Open. It was Yikes versus Flyquest squad. Yikes won that one as well. Looks like they're trying to do it once again.
Really?
And yeah, it was the very first game. It was a round of 16.
You're right.
They were at 9 seed. So there we go. It's all coming back.
Wow.
Play here.
Thanks for being here, Gibbs.
Of course, you know. But these
Oh,
teams
man.
both going to DreamHack as well, so seeding factors to play there. Both will be in the grand finals. But Yikes will be playing against Equinox. And Flyquest will take on Cloud9 on February 3rd. Don't miss that, guys, for sure.
What a game, what a series, what a tournament, what a day. Flyquest getting to this point by taking out G2, an incredibly close series. And then this series in and of itself, as close as it can be, all the way to 5 games. But this is going to do it for Team Qualifier number 2. Yikes, they are going to finish in first place, which means Yikes will play against Equinox in the grand finals on February 3rd. And that also means that Flyquest will play against Cloud9 in the grand finals, in the quarterfinals on February 3rd. Congratulations to Yikes, led by Chicago, making it happen, securing the victory there. 3 goals, MVP for Chicago, 5-0 advantage in that game number 5. Congrats to Yikes, taking down Team Qualifier number 2. Just amazing play all throughout. And remember, the dudes took them all the way to 5 games. I was nervous for them, even in the semifinals, and here they are taking down the tournament.
Yeah, we had all game 5s in the semis and the finals here, so that was a lot of fun to watch. But Yikes come out with a big win, and this is the last probably major tournament for North America before we see these teams at DreamHack, so that should be a lot of fun. See if we get some potential rematches. Me and Axel will both be there, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. But $300 for Yikes in the Ting Open, $100 for Flyquest, both moving on to the grand finals to try and earn some more of that money.
$102.
And Cloud9, oh yeah, I'm sorry, $102. Cloud9 and Equinox, yeah, sure, on paper they're better teams, but don't count out Yikes and Flyquest. Flyquest obviously taking out G2. And maybe more impressively this week, Yikes taking out the dudes. So both teams with big wins in the semis. Great showing in the finals, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for February 3rd.
I see, me too, absolutely, 100%. Look out for the Ting Open Finals, February 3rd and 4th. I see some people in the chat looking for an interview. I'm actually seeing if we can make that happen. So we're going to take one more small break here, and we're going to come back. We're going to try to see if we can get Chicago on the line. You're watching the Ting Open Qualifier number 2. Congratulations to Yikes, taking out Flyquest in the finals. We're going to take our final break of the show, and when we come back, we're going to have some closing thoughts for you. And we're going to see if we can get one of these players on the line. So stay tuned.